Hi, you beautiful beings. This is more of like a little journal entry for me, but maybe I could support somebody else out there. Today's intention, I choose to see how far I've come despite the external validation. Okay, if you're somebody like me, and I'm assuming and guessing that if you've clicked on this video, it'll resonate for you in some way, shape, or form. That is my intention, is that these videos find who needs them. And I am somebody who has worked incredibly hard on the internal world and has seen very little reward in the external. And don't get me wrong, I drive a nice vehicle, I have a nice house, I have some elements of what you could call success in the external appearance of my life. However, I feel like we live in a society today that measures success by how many likes you get or how many people follow you. And for those of you that don't already know, my Facebook and Instagram both got deactivated through an AI detection that I was breaking some rules in the algorithm or something along those lines. I posted something of my dog. The next day, they removed both my accounts, told me if I didn't comply, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and so in an area that I had been so desperate to see some kind of rewards, so desperate to feel some level of validation, which is through the internet, through all the likes, through all the subscribes, through all the followers, to get that audience, right? I'm somebody who's been working really hard on developing a business around self-mastery and life mastery and healing. And although I would like to say and can confidently say within myself, I've mastered my inner world in such a level that I know damn well I can handle anything life throws at me, most likely with a smile on my face. And I have no one to share it with. That being said, I can share it with like my close people in proximity. I can go to the market and I can share it there. But, I don't have this whole online world that I can share it with anymore. And I do via YouTube, but then there's still like via this route, but then there's still, I'm not seeing the numbers. I'm not seeing the engagement. And that is disheartening when all you want to do. And so in this moment, I'm also realizing where I'm still putting that level of validation in the outside world to validate something inside of me, to tell me that I'm worthy or I'm enough to be seen, that my voice is enough to be heard. And so this is really interesting because that's what I'm working on, and also what you might be working on. And so just to let myself continue this unraveling and not get in my head. If you are somebody that is also doing an extreme amount of internal work and it hasn't made you the money and it hasn't brought you the life partner or the house or the external manifestations, don't give up. Your dreams are coming. Don't give up. Right? It's like Spirit is showing me you're like coming up the corner, and you're around this corner is like all of the amazingness, the celebration, the manifestations, the houses, the cars, the man, the girl, the love, the bliss, the peace, the external validation of everything you've been working on in here. And so in this moment, it's really important to also recognize that through validating oneself, through validating yourself, I got this card this morning. This is why it rippled this. It was like, this is the card I pulled for myself, and it will be significant to you. It was like, look at where you are. It's like you're sitting in this place where you're like, oh, what do I have more to do? What else do I have to do? What else do I... And what Spirit is asking is for you to look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. This guy's standing on some rocks. He's like bleeding. There's like, maybe he's bleeding a little bit. And then we're over here going, oh, damn, nobody's seeing me, nobody's hearing me. And they want us, spirit, source, God, creator, whatever that infinite intelligence is to you, they want us to look at how far we've come, to validate ourselves, because through self-validation, through this deeming ourselves as worthy, deeming our voice as worthy, or deeming whatever that is, your art of expression, deeming it as worthy without the external validation, without the likes and the subscribes and the followers and without all of the online world validating us. And it's really, I feel like it's really focused around the online world, specifically because that is such an incredibly significant part in today's society. When my Facebook and my Instagram got cut off, I had been working, oh gosh, there's over a decade in those accounts. I want to say even 2 decades. I got that Facebook account when I was 7, all of the people I graduated with, all of the people that I've connected with through traveling and music festivals and work and networking was all through this one little funnel that just got taken away like that. And then I felt isolated. I felt restricted. And so maybe these are feelings that you're also navigating. It's just the feeling of isolation and feeling unseen and unheard and almost incapable of being seen and heard, because you've been cut off in some way, or it just feels like you've been cut off. And maybe even though you exercise and are doing the posts or the content or trying to build your business or your network or your friends or your family group or whatever that community is to you, or whatever community looks like for you, perhaps you've been cut off. I don't know why that keeps coming through. Maybe it's also because it's my projection, because I feel cut off. That was like the biggest thing. And I was just like, you can't take that away from me. But they can. And so it just shows how false the illusion is that you can build this huge community, massive. You can build the most massive community through your platforms. Boom. The algorithm, the AI bots can go, oh, detected, bad person, deactivate account. And there's actually no way, anyways, it's not even worth really. But so now I have every intention, and this is coming through for someone out there, to build and scale my business, scale myself, scale like my life, my community in real life, not through an algorithm, not through ads, not through the internet world. It's through markets, farmers markets, music festivals, spas, malls. I'm going like back to the door to door to knock, knock, knock and say, hello. Do you have a couple minutes of your time that you may share with me? To say, hey, I have something of value to share with the world, and I'm going to get it into the world one way or another, and I'm going to find my people and my tribe, whether the internet exists or not, whether the algorithm favors my videos, whether the likes or the engagements or you know what I mean? I'm going to sit in a room with someone and let them feel my energy and then decide for themselves, not through the algorithm pushing my videos, not through how many likes. So they're like, oh, she's got 10,000 followers and 10,000 likes. Like, I'll like her. I do that all the time where I'm just like, I like this video because a lot of other people like this video. And it's in our brains that way. That's the programming that we're in. And if you don't know the program that you're already in, you should do a little bit of research and check it out, because the people who invented the algorithm don't use it, don't engage with it. You know why? Because they realized long after, I don't know if it was long or short after, how sick it's making people. And for somebody who's grown up as a Gen Z, I think I'm right on the cusp, 98. We are so taught to put all need for validation, acceptance, love, compassion, all of that validation funnels through the internet. And how many people engage with our posts, and how many people pay attention to us, and how many people like us and like our posts and like our pictures, and why did this one get 5 likes and that one got 10, and why is this one 75, and oh, it's because I posted at this time in the morning. And that's literally how my brain works, is in order to be more liked, I have to post at 9 a.m. In order to be more loved in this world, I have to be more naked in my photos, because those are the ones that get more engagement. And so what the algorithm has done, or maybe it's not just the algorithm, but the way people are engaging, and that's just it. It is the algorithm, because the more people that like it, the more they push the post. And the more they push the post, the more people that like it and see it and share it. And that's just it, is that happens through what gets engagement. And what gets engagement is pain and suffering, because we love to pay attention to where the world is hurting and what to fear. The second is nudity and arousal, pleasure, right? Laughter. We all like our funny videos online. Animals, where we feel love. Videos that make us feel love and loved. Or content that makes us feel loved and loved. And so in that, there isn't, are they worthy? Are they enough? Showing up with deep emotions, sharing yourself vulnerably, like I do on this platform, isn't something that's getting pushed or shared, or because it's real, it's raw, and it's in deep parts of emotion that might not resonate with pleasure, that might not resonate with feeling loved. I'm poking the places that don't feel loved. I am bringing awareness into the areas that are desperate for self-compassion. And so whoever's receiving this message right now, I just want to wholeheartedly thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom to the freaking top of my heart, because I love you and you're loved, despite what the external world is saying. And once we validate ourselves, once we say, my voice matters, and I'm going to show up here no matter what you say, or who doesn't subscribe, or who unsubscribes, or who doesn't like, or who likes. I'm going to show up because I love me and I believe in me. So look at how far you've come. Because you don't need the outside world. It reminds me of that saying, when a tree falls in the forest, does it make a thump? Yes. Even if nobody's around. Yes, it does. Because every little critter that was on that tree, and every little critter that might have been around that tree, felt that energy shift, felt that impact. So yes, the impact and the strides that you're taking forward that nobody else can see, yes, the world can feel it, the world will see it. And you just got to validate you, boo, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who saw how far you've come, or how deep into the trenches you've gone, and how far you've had to work to get up there. Even if the bank account doesn't match, even if the Facebook doesn't, it doesn't matter. You matter. You're here, and you've done the work. You've done the motherfucking work. Pardon my French. I'm trying not to swear, but when you get in it, you've done the work. And you seeing you is what matters most. You seeing you. I see you. I see how hard you've worked. I see how far you've come. And the sooner you see this and recognize this and celebrate this, the sooner life will be able to manifest that externally, right? It's a feeling. The feeling within creates the manifestation out. Gonna leave it there. I love you all so much. Have a blessed rest of your day.